August 5th, 2022. Halfcast 333, episode 333. Let's go. Of course, I have a few things to share with you guys. An evening of reflection. Shall we? Cop raped best friend in Krispy Kreme donut shop parking lot. A best friend is someone who you feel safe around, someone you feel comfortable with. You can let your guard down a little bit. As a police officer, your duty is to protect people from those who would encroach upon your personal boundaries. So to be a cop that someone holds in high enough regard to consider them their best friend is a distinguished level of scumbag that we haven't seen or have yet to see. A Florida police officer allegedly raped his best friend in the parking lot of a Krispy Kreme donut shop, according to police. The victim told Opelika police that she and Officer Alindy Lewis XVI, 24, had attended two parties before he allegedly forced her to have sex with him in a Krispy Kreme parking lot in Miami-Dade on July 9th. So what was it? Having donuts and a woman in the same place at the same time just sent his moral compass spinning out of control. A cop's biggest fantasy or worst nightmare. Every year, tens of thousands of rapes happen across the U.S. Florida was the state with the third highest number of reported rapes in 2020 with 7,686, according to Statista. Only Texas and California had higher instances of reported forcible rapes with 13,509 and 13,499 respectively. According to ABC 10, the woman told officers she had drunk half a bottle of wine and that she blacked out following the second party. A warrant obtained by the network found the victim informed police that the following morning she found a photo of her passed out with her shirt unbuttoned, as well as a video where she was intoxicated and vomiting. She told officers that she called Louis XVI after she saw the photo and video. He allegedly told her she had been behaving belligerently at the second party and that the two left and had been driving to Sunny Isles Beach and Tootsie's. You can already see the story unfolding to where she legitimately believed that she was in good hands, so it's okay if she got a little tipsy on party night. ABC 10 said Miami-Dade detectives stated in the report, while at the beach, Louis XVI used the victim's locked cellular phone to photograph and video record her so she could see how intoxicated she was. There was no need to record this girl. Hey, bestie, you were pretty tore up last night. I believe you. That's it. That's the evidence. I believe you because that matches up to how I felt when I woke up this morning. That's all the evidence you need. The victim added at one point that she placed her hand on Louis XVI and that he fondled her breast before she smiled at him. Dick move. While driving, Louis XVI parked at the Krispy Kreme store at 530 Northeast 167th Street in Miami-Dade, and that he later told the woman that they had sex. Just a complete abuse and mockery of the trust that she put in this guy. ABC 10 reported the woman vaguely remembered Louis XVI forcing her to have sex and that he texted an apology some days later. An absolute textbook description of someone who believes that it's better to ask forgiveness than it is to ask permission. Police interviewed the victim on July 25th and had her take part in a recorded phone call. During that call, Louis XVI allegedly admitted to having forced the woman to have sex with them while she was drunk. According to the report obtained by the network, Louis XVI admitted to taking advantage of the victim and stated that if the victim was not intoxicated, he knew she would never consent to having sexual intercourse with them. Shit, we could see why now. She was probably like, that's my best friend, but he has a bit of a creep side to him. Louis XVI has since been suspended without pay and was charged with sexual battery, according to ABC 10. He's going to lose his badge for that shit, as he rightfully should. A 24-year-old police officer that can't get laid in Miami. Think about that. Check for that. Check for that story under your bed tonight, folks. Next up, police worker jailed for stealing over $117,000 in COVID relief. Listen, contact me at ajpodcast.me. You can write to me on my show page. Hit me on my Twitter, my Facebook, or Instagram. I'm trying to see if there's anyone who legitimately needed this money for what it was meant to be used for, if they seen one nickel of it, because what it's looking like now is that they gave these people the bag at the top, and by the time everybody's hand had dug in it, when it got to the people that really needed the money, there was nothing there. It fascinates me how this country completely botched the appropriation of these funds. A former employee of the Miami-Dade Police Department in Florida has been sentenced to 60 days in federal prison for stealing more than $117,000 in COVID relief funds. Let's hear it from Miami-Dade Police. That's 2 times tonight. Being the pinnacle of integrity. Elisa Rivera, 51, was sentenced Wednesday in Miami federal court, according to a release from the Department of Justice, after she served 60 days in prison. 18 months of supervised release will follow, with the first 60 days being in home confinement, the statement said. Before her hearing on Wednesday, Rivera paid the money she had obtained for herself and others fraudulently back to the federal government. Rivera pleaded guilty in February to conspiracy to commit wire fraud. What's happening is they are still in the process of tracking down the people who fraudulently gained these COVID relief funds. So I can definitely see them giving her a lighter sentence in exchange for her giving them no trouble and paying the money back. She had been working as an administrative officer for the Miami-Dade Police Department when the pandemic hit in 2020, according to the DOJ. Although she did not lose any salary, Rivera authorized a co-conspirator to electronically submit an economy injury disaster loan application to the Small Business Administration on July 3rd, 2020. The SBA was there on a lot, if not all, of these instances where these COVID relief funds were issued to these so-called businesses. So I would love to know what vetting process were they using. The application falsely stated that Rivera owned a small business called Elisa Rivera, very creative, with gross revenues of $425,446 and 12 employees in the 12 months prior to January 31st, 2020. The application said that the fake business was established on March 1st, 2017. Rivera received $71,300 from the SBA in grants and loans as a result of the fraudulent application. She also offered to and did submit fraudulent EIDL applications for other people as well, because you got to put your homies on. The DOJ said Rivera must surrender to the Bureau of Prisons by November 4th. Some people might ask why all the way in November. The point is she paid the money already. That's what really mattered. Next up, 11-year-old boy scammed after man uses counterfeit $100 bill at lemonade stand. Teach these kids the value of $1, taking candy from a baby, and all that good stuff. Police in Washington are asking the public for help identifying a man they say used a counterfeit $100 bill to buy a drink from a child's lemonade stand, leaving the boy profitless. And they done messed the game up so bad, he can't even submit an EIDL to the SBA. The Everett Police Department reported that over the summer, an 11-year-old boy named, we don't need to really know his name, spent his allowance money to set up a lemonade stand outside his home in the city's Puget Sound region, about 25 miles north of Seattle. As he worked in the sun trying to earn a little extra spending money, he was approached by the pictured suspect who offered him $100 bill for a drink but asked for exact change, police said in a statement released Thursday, which included a photo of the suspect. Just look at the photo of this bastard laying in wait, looking to rip off an unsuspecting child. Definitely one of those guys I'd knock his head up the back of the police cruiser while he's getting in. Watch your steps, sir. The boy, police said, used his allowance money to give the man $85 in change. When the man left, police said, wait a minute. He only spent $15. I mean, the money is worth nothing. You could have at least spent $50 with this kid. When the man left, police said the boy went to a local gas station where he learned the bill was fake and he was out of all his allowance money. Police told USA Today the man had not been identified as of Friday morning. Anyone who recognizes the suspect or with information about the case is asked to contact Everett Police. Fun show. Fun show. Fun show. That being said, I'm going to wrap this one up, but I'll be sure to talk to you guys very, very soon. Adios.